Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to give you a glimpse inside on how to make a Bluetooth speaker all your own. Rockler was gracious enough to send us one of those kits. We took some Baltic birch plywood and got to work. So, if you want to see what we did, stay tuned. You ready to go? Oh yeah, let's go. Definitely a huge thank you to Rockler for sending this wireless Bluetooth speaker our way. It comes with a cord to charge it, a control unit, and the actual speaker itself. This entire build is going to be made from Baltic birch plywood. I want to say this too, I'm only taking one measurement during this entire process. This piece that you see me cutting here is 8 inches across and simply 4 inches tall. I'm making a few lines here in the face that's going to give me the marks that I need to drill the holes for the speaker and the control unit. It couldn't be easier. Honestly, you have to use a 1 7/8 inch Forstner bit. All the instructions come in the kit. They will not lead you astray. Rockler's awesome about letting you know what you have to do, but the design and the size is all your own. Now you're going to see me assemble this with some CA glue and some activator. This is a very simple project, and again, like I said, I don't have any plans for it. However, I'm just taking measurements from various pieces that I cut previously before. So if that makes sense, as I go through this, I'm kind of following my nose, if you will, with this build. Now that I have the sides attached to the bottom, it's time to attach the face to that structure as well. And right here, I'm cutting 2 more pieces that are the same height as the sides. Now, I'm gonna try to explain this as best I can. I was at the Bose store, you know, the speakers, Bose. They're not a sponsor, of course, but I got inspiration from them because in one of the demos, they took apart their, what they called Acoustimass, or nautical or Nautilus speakers. And inside is a channel for air to move within the speaker itself. And I'm gonna try to replicate that with plywood. I can't do it exactly how they did it because, hey, it's Bose. But what you're gonna see here is me place these pieces on each end of the sides, and you can see that air is gonna have a pathway within the box of the speaker that is gonna have an area to get out the back as well. So the theory is that with enough air movement, the speaker should increase its volume. Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and try it, and let's hope for the best. Again, just a little CA glue and some activator is all you're gonna need for this. And now it's time to attach the back. But before I go attaching it with adhesive, I'm gonna go ahead and make a few marks here to cut a channel out of the back where air is gonna have a nice pathway to escape. As you can see here, a quick work on the bandsaw is all you need. Go ahead and whittle that material away, and we're in business. At this point, I'm gonna route a chamfer or a little bit of a relief in the inside of the piece, giving the air what I'm thinking is a little bit easier pathway to escape. I'll take some sandpaper and go ahead and smooth out all these edges, and now it's time to attach this piece to the back. Now, as you can see here, here's a good look at the air channel that the air has to pass through the back of the speaker. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna attach this piece just like so. But you're gonna notice that there's a little gap at the bottom, but that's no problem. We take another piece of plywood that is cut just to fit. Go ahead and establish it in there, and we're gonna cut it off here at the bandsaw. You can use a flush trim saw as well. And again, here's some more intermediate sanding before I attach the top of the piece. Okay, this piece was cut at the beginning of the project. I simply cut a top and bottom at the same time, and it looks like it fits pretty well. Now, Rockler recommends one of 2 ways to attach the speaker and the control unit into these holes. You can either do a compression fit, which I'm doing here, or you can use epoxy. Either one works fine, and I find that the compression fit really is all you really need. Now, it's so simple. They give you 2 wires, and they plug directly in the back of the control unit, and you're in business. That's it. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and make some holes to attach the speaker top. I'm not gonna glue this in, just in case I have to get in there for future reference. Now, after installing that top, you may have recognized that the front and the back of the piece are a little taller than the actual top itself. No worries here, we're gonna take it to the table saw, we're gonna cut those pieces to flush them up, and we're gonna go ahead and finish them off sanding them at the disc sander. Of course, putting blue tape over the speaker and the control unit for dust protection is a must during this process. You can see my logo, it looks like it's faux inlaid into the piece there, but however, it's done with a vinyl cutter and some stain. And I'm gonna link down below the shop called Linen and Rust and where I had that done. I'm gonna link their Instagram as well. Check them out. If you're in Northeast Florida, it's definitely worth the drive to check them out and see what they do. Now, instead of it just being a box, we're gonna dress it up with some feet. I picked these up from Wish, and they were very inexpensive, and I believe they're bronze feet, they're actual metal. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the sacrificial block and spray paint them black, because I have a little aesthetic I wanna try. After I put this polyurethane on, I'm gonna show you a little trick I did. This is semi-gloss polyurethane, by the way, and just a couple coats of spraying it on, and it works wonders. So, here's what we do. We take a sanding block and we chamfer the edges all around the entire piece, revealing some of the raw wood underneath. And the reason I spray painted those feet black, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a Sharpie and color in the raw wood, and I think this is giving this piece a pretty cool aesthetic. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below, tell me what you think. Once the paint's dried on the feet, we go ahead and turn the box upside down and attach them with a couple of brass screws per foot. And in order to do this, I'm gonna go ahead and take an ice pick and make the marks I need. And I don't even think there's any real need to pre-drill this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and screw these screws in just like so. After the last foot is installed, I'm gonna change gears a little bit with the finish. I know I used polyurethane initially, but I'm changing my mind and we're going with a couple coats of spray lacquer to finish it off. Once the spray lacquer has finished drying, we're gonna take some paste wax and rub it in with some 2000 grit sandpaper and buff the entire surface with some shop tiles. This gives you a very nice, very smooth surface to the touch. And of course, the blue tape gets removed and it's looking awesome. I'm gonna give you a quick demo of how it sounds. I'm not sure if this is gonna come through well over the fact that we're filming this. However, I've gotta do it. And plus, I've gotta test this thing out to make sure it works. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. We very much appreciate your viewership, and we want to thank Rockler as well for sending that Bluetooth speaker our way. This project was absolutely a blast, of course, like I always say, but you want to do it for me? Go ahead. Guys, there's going to be more videos over there you can check out. We always invite you to subscribe, and there's a link down below if you want to help support us on Patreon. Thanks. Are you doing this for me? Guys, thanks again. We'll see you on the next project.